Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Shobi with the lovely Julia.
And the wonderful Richard.
It's nice to be here on the 20th of October 2021. And I tell you, it's a very wet evening where we are in jolly old Worthing, isn't it?
It is indeed. Pouring it down.
Pouring down.
Cats and dogs and giraffes and elephants.
Exactly. You're looking a bit low in the chair there.
Always go for the for the right hand side. It's on the left.
Yeah, you've got these chairs. Have got. Oh, that's nice.
You're looking very dapper today.
Yes, I thought tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight,
ladies and gentlemen. I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see the is it paisley?
It is kind of paisley, isn't it?
It's like Ian Paisley.
You can see it up on that shoulder there.
Yes, well, I'd say I'll go to the foot of my staircase and wiggle my fingers a lot.
I like the detail, like the buttons. They're very nice.
Buttons?
Let's see if we can get closer.
Well, I was going to try that, but I thought, you know what? It might crash. The last time we did this, let's see what happened. It can only get worse. There is the detail on the bottom.
It's like
I can't quite angle. That's it. You angle it. There we are. Look.
Yeah, it's almost like moonstone kind of effect.
Moonstone.
That's colored, but it goes nicely with the colours over here. Very nice.
I was mucking about.
Stop mucking about.
I was just going through some of the old costumes that I used to wear. And there was a few interesting costumes there, and then I found this, and I thought, you know, I wonder if it still fits. And actually, it fits better than most of my stuff. Most of my stuff was big. That's better.
And now it's all massive.
And now it's even massive because I've clearly lost a lot of fat, and just tone is all you get now. Nice tone from the. Actually, I'm a bit high. Look, I'm a bit too high. There we are.
Yeah. What have you been on?
I've been smoking liquid refreshments. I don't know what that is.
No,
apparently, you can get it from a small cart in the Blackwall Tunnel. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's very nice to see you. We have a very loose agenda tonight, so please help us out. Is there anything that we should be talking about? I've been in deep edit mode today, laughing and giggling, because tomorrow there comes a video with young Ricky. Do you remember Ricky?
I'm smiling because I've seen the preview.
She's seen the preview, and he's there's coasters are mentioned, but it's not all about coasters. You'll be pleased to see. It's very different. Anyway, I've been editing that today mostly. Also, I went out and met a very nice chap called Carl.
Fantastic.
Mr. Marks, his name is.
Karl Marx.
No, it wasn't Karl Marx. That's somebody else.
Yes.
I don't think he's with. No, very lovely chap, Carl, and his wife, whose name escapes me. I didn't meet her or the dogs. They were out walking somewhere else. But I met Carl, very nice chap, came over, and he bought a nice cup of coffee and a muffin.
Fantastic.
It wasn't a muffin. It was a scone.
Don't know the difference between a muffin and a scone these days. Scone. It's definitely a scone.
It's gone now.
Scone in my book.
It's gone down there. Well, yeah, may well still be there somewhere. Anyway, so Kerry Baldwin saying, what are the alternatives to heat pumps? There must be some discuss. That's a very interesting point. So we're talking heat pumps tonight in tonight's show. Now, when I went to school, we had gym pumps. Little black
like plimsolls.
Yes, they're like plimsolls. Very much. I don't know why they called them pumps.
That's an Americanism, I think.
Is it? My mum used to say, put your pumps on. Have you got your pumps in your bag? And I used to think, what, steerage pump? Water.
Is it an Americanism?
Is it? I'm an American. No, because they say sneakers, don't they? Because you
They
can
also say pumps.
sneak up on people.
They also say pumps.
Do they?
I'm sure I've heard them say pumps.
Yes, well, muscle pump. There are other types of pumps, but that's a bit rude for this time of the evening. So, heat pumps, yes. I understand that these I don't even know what these heat pumps are. Apparently, it's something about drilling a hole in the bottom of your house, sucking up the heat from the earth, and circulating it around the house. So actually, all you do is you get this cold breeze up through the floorboards, and they're not very effective. Plus, they cost about £15,000, as opposed to an ordinary gas boiler, which might cost you £3,000 to £5,000 to fit in. More if you've got to put radiators in. Now, I don't know if these heat pumps you need radiators for. Do you need radiators for the heat pumps? How does that work? What
know.
Can anyone actually tell me what a heat pump is? Be interested to know.
Yes.
Air conditioners, says Stars B. There's air conditioning because you have air conditioning in the car.
Yes.
I don't. I've got no hair to condition.
Station Master's choice is geothermal heat piped from the nearest active volcano.
What does that mean? That sounds like space
Geothermal
age.
heat. Geothermal heat is heat created by the Earth itself.
What's the
volcanic
geo bit?
activity.
What does that mean? That sounds
Geo
like
is
geology.
like geology is rock.
World, is it? Rock.
Yeah, rock.
World. Rock
like
rider.
a planet is a rock.
Oh, I see. What did you say? Thermal.
Geothermal.
Which is heat.
Yeah.
So world heat, geothermal.
Or rock heat.
Yeah, or rock heat.
Piped from the nearest active volcano. It'll have to
Pipe
come
from the
along.
nearest active volcano? What kind of cabling is that going to be? Where's the nearest active volcano? Not round. I know there is. Is it Santa Maria
depends.
or somewhere that's going up at the
It
moment?
depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be all right if you got on Julia's bad side because you will get
You'll
not
stay
only
toasty forever.
Yeah.
The dragonfly.
which is very scary, I can tell you. Stars B says there's also types that are like reverse air conditions. Isn't that a fridge? That create heat and cold. But did they not use a gas, some form of gas? Like a fridge uses CFC gases that we put up. Well, it doesn't now because we had a hole in the ozone layer and we all got sucked out, if you remember. Some of us, obviously the people still watching, clung on to furniture. But everybody else was sucked out the hole in the ozone layer, and the Earth was knocked off course over towards Alpha Centauri, which is a little small Roman centurion, Alpha Centauri, I believe. I may be right. Still costs electricity to run the pumps, says Simon. So it's a bit of a con, really, isn't it? Geophysics.
Geothermal is great if you live somewhere where there's volcanic activity or hot geysers, and things like that.
You like your hot geysers, don't you?
Is it Iceland that
You
has?
watch that hot geysers in swimming trunks, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Excuse me. I'm not ready. Bear with me. Thank you. Yeah, we don't have any local volcanoes that are currently erupting that you can go, no, nice and toasty. What's that lava stuff coming out? Oh, it is lava. I'd rather the lava stayed away or the lava was in the bath. I don't mind a bit of lava in the bath. By the way, talking of lava, I haven't yet bought myself a...
cutthroat razor.
Yes, I'm still thinking about the idea, but I know Audrey Forbes Hamilton was not keen on having a necklace Vobes. No. Just up to here. Actually, be a lot more silent. You'd be able to get in a lot easier.
I might be able to get a few words in more.
Yeah.
Without having to fight for it.
No, that's true. The guy from BR Gas says hydrogen is being considered to replace natural gas, but says it's a few years away, though. Hydrogen, we've had hydrogen for a long time. Didn't we have hydrogen bombs? They weren't very useful, were they? You wouldn't want your house blowing up.
No, I wouldn't want my house blowing up.
Wait, you have to do it like this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bit of reverb on it makes all the difference.
Just a little.
It makes it lifelike. When the man sold me the desk, he said, anytime you want a bit of life in the show, bit of reverb.
Always does it every time.
Yeah, absolutely. We will do the roll call, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, and we will tell you shortly that there are 3 videos, but we're keeping that under wraps for the moment.
Sean Taylor says, my sister has just had the air source pump heating fitted, but does need electricity to run, and they certainly don't produce the instant heat a gas boiler does.
So, what, was that the Air Force?
The air source
Oh,
pump.
sorry, I thought you meant the RAF had to fly over and hover by and one of their bat jets.
Bat jets.
The bat jets. Basil bat jet. Yeah, okay, we're warm now, thank you. But you still need electricity. I mean, I personally think this is all a bit nuts, this green agenda and all of this. I just think it's a complete load of twaddle, and I think it's a way of people making money and fleecing companies. We were doing all right. We only produced 1% of the world's emissions. We can carry on burning stuff. Let China and these other countries. Are there other countries other than China these days? Is it just China now? It's England and China. That's it, isn't it? China is the rest of the world, I believe, or it soon will be. So if we
I'm just waiting for the channel to get closed down.
Yeah, the tunnel will be closed. The channel. I thought you meant the tunnel, as in the. No, it's just China and England. It's us. It's David and Goliath, and we are Goliath.
What about the Americans?
No, we're David. Oh, well, now that they've got that funny ancient dementia-ridden bloke who's biding his time until he actually pops his mortal claw. I mean, have you seen him? I mean, he can't remember who he is. I don't know how they managed to vote somebody. I mean, I know people didn't like Trump, but they have gone from the flying pan into the flyer, haven't they? I mean, I've seen clips of it. I don't purposely look, but they pop up on the thing, and he's going, "Oh, thanks very much to John and Gerald and the Australian bloke, whoever the hell he is." I mean, he can't even read an auto cue. I mean, we struggle with our auto cue, to be fair. I mean, it isn't the easiest thing to do. Also, reading the notes that come up from our lovely viewers. Comments. They're not notes. Got your show notes here, love. Now, in Act 1, you weren't very good. You need to be a bit more lively. All right, okay. Did you used to get show notes when you used to do your amateur dramatics? Somebody, like the director, gather you around at the end of your rehearsal and go, "All right, team, very good of you. Yeah, you did very well. It's very nice. Now, I've got some notes here. Bryony, where are you, Bryony? The dance routine. Oh, love. Really? I mean, you need to get some legs, really."
The answer to the question was yes.
All right, thank you. I had a whole routine there planned, but she cut me off in my prime.
So sue me.
Please Dear don't. Julia, I would like to sue you under the Entertainment Act of cutting Richard off in his prime. His prime has been growing for several years, and now is
Hang on a minute, wait. Tell me. Right. Revenge for cutting off. Yep, tick. There you go.
There you go. That's another tick off
in the box.
Back of my head. Have I got ticks now? So anyway, we were talking about heat pumps, for goodness sake, and these other things. So there's China and the rest of the world. We should let them develop all these things and get them going, not us. We're all right. Send the people down the pits and pull up a bit of coal, for goodness sake.
Sean Taylor and Station Master's Choice reckon that China will get the message if other countries stop having stuff made there and start making things at home instead.
Well, that would be the other thing. Bring back manufacturing to... The thing is, though, we've all become incredibly lazy, haven't we? Nobody wants to go into manufacturing anymore and actually working for a living. They'd much rather just be on the phone going, "Oh, hello, I understand you've had an accident. Well, why don't you send me all your money? Would you like an iPhone 7, by the way? Or is it, what's the other scam? Oh, yeah, BT." They just, the people are... We're a service industry, aren't we, this country? Which is an irony in itself, because the service in this country is pretty diabolical, isn't it? You go into a supermarket and you go, "Excuse me, mate, how much is this fruit?" "I don't know." Well... You work here? "Yeah, I just work here. I don't know how much it is. You have to ask a manager." "All right. Can I speak to the manager then, please?" "Oh, there's no manager on tonight." What do you mean there's no manager on? Oh, I don't know. There's no manager, is there? Oh, I don't even know if we're going to get paid. Well, surely you can't open the door. How old are you? I'm 12. 12? Yeah, I'm head of security as well. Are you? I mean, we don't have very... We used to have great service. Before we were a service industry, you go on the old railways, people would dress up, they'd be very smart, they were proud of their lovely peak cap, and they had beautiful things. People used to polish their boots.
Yes.
People in the army, they used to polish their boots. People in the handies.
I think they still do in the army.
Yes.
And the navy.
Probably the last...
And the leggies.
And the leggies. Make sure your leggies are all nice and tight. But people...
Got to make sure your leggies are nice and tight.
You know, where is service? And we call ourselves a service industry. I don't know. A country, rather. What other exciting comments? Station Master's Choice, sorry, I just cut in there. You do the next one. China will get... Oh, you read that, so you do the next one.
Fluffy Goose says, maybe we should stop wanting endless stuff. We'd be happier with less. I agree.
I agree. Oh, my goodness. I absolutely agree. We buy everything. We're like magpies in this country. Tat, 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 tat. Though I do like tatties. Mashed potatoes.
Enough said about that.
Yeah.
Jackie Lowe says, hey, leave us poor supermarket bods out of it.
Yes, no, Jackie Lowe, I'm obviously not talking about the calibre that will sit down of an evening and watch the Vobes show. Surely those people are aside, are very intelligent, you know. They've got sparkle, they've got verve.
Vavavoom.
Was that a band, Verve?
The Verve, yeah.
Yeah, there we are. They've got the verve, and you two, as long as they haven't got a UB40, they're still in employment. A Grey Feather says, I used to polish my shoes to go to school. Brilliant. I bet kids don't... Do you polish your school kids' shoes?
No, actually, he does himself.
Does he?
Elijah does.
He does actually polish?
He does.
Do the other kids polish their shoes? Do you think many
Don't know.
kids polish their shoes? I suppose you're not allowed in now these days to see whether people polish their shoes or not. What's this station? I had a hat, actually, too. Yes, you know, I mean, you work on a lovely railway where there's prestige, but people don't have... I mean, I've been up to... what's that big place in London that has trains? Very big train set. Victoria. She has them. And I've been up there, and you see them, they're just like pulling carts or driving around. And you don't want to ask them you don't even know whether they're going to speak the language, for one thing. And then second, you don't want to ask them, you know, can you tell me the best way to get to King's Cross from here? And they go, it's Victoria Station, this. Yes, I know that. And of course you can't even speak to them because you can't hear anything because there's so many people. And a train at platform 5 has been cancelled. Train at platform 7 has just retired. The plane at Captain 4... Captain?
Captain 4.
The plane at Captain 4 has just landed. It's a bit of an awkward situation.
Rich M has a good point. We won't be able to make much with wind power and solar to meet the demands of the modern consumer. It could be argued.
Yes, I think he's absolutely right. If we had a year like this year where there was not enough wind... I mean, now we've got a bit of wind, but that's the thing. If you have too much wind, they go, oh no, there's too much wind. We have to shut them down. We can't have them running when there's too much wind. It's like, it's not reliable then, is it? The sun only comes out in the daytime, not always very bright, but the coal can burn. And so, but better than that, the nuclear is better.
No, I'm glad we don't have too many coal fires because it does make a stink of a...
Yes, I agree. I don't like coal very much myself, but we have nuclear, don't we? It's new and it's clear. We should be using it. It's nice and it makes your teeth shine. And of course, you can radiate at night for free. Trev Travels by Narrowboat says heat pumps are to make rich people richer. I think you're right. I think But the thing is, most people know this now. Who's going to buy it? Who is going to... I mean, most people aren't even rich enough to buy these things. I don't have radiators in my house. I have no central heating at all. I basically have the ESSI. That's it. So if I'm cold, I sit in the kitchen. I have got a wood-burning stove in my front room if I want to burn two, but mostly I sit in the kitchen. Done.
Job's a good one.
Obviously, if I've got my kids around, they used to put on the electric fires, and my electric bill went through the roof. It was a devil's own job trying to get it. Climb up a ladder. Oh, there it is. How much is it? Blimey. That's a lot.
Bonnie H says, when was the last time anyone got their shoes mended?
Oh, yes. Down to the old cobblers.
I used to do that a fair bit because when I find a pair of shoes I like to keep them. And actually, when I was working in the VAT office in Portsmouth many, many moons ago, I had this lovely pair of boots. They were like just below the knee, pointy-toed.
All my boots are below the knee.
And they had a chrome heel on them.
Chrome?
Chrome-coloured heel. And I really liked them. But, it never really occurred to me that they might look like Lady of the Night boots or anything like that. So I took them to get re-heeled, to get
Do they look like Lady of the Night heels?
No, I just thought they looked like smart, nice boots.
I don't know what Lady of the Night heels look like.
As in prostitute.
Yes, I know what you mean, but I mean, do they have a special kind of code
No, I don't know, but anyway, the point of the story is I took them to get these chrome thingies re-heeled.
Yeah.
The tip, re-tipped. And the guy was speaking to me like absolute trash. It's like, oh, no, why don't you just go buy another pair? I was like, because I like these ones and I can't find any the same.
Yeah, none of your business. I'll take my business elsewhere. Thank you very much, you rude man.
And it wasn't until weeks later that I realised he was insinuating that I was a lady of the night. Someone who sells my body for money. I was like...
You are a lady of the daytime, aren't you?
I was absolutely incensed.
Yes, and insulted.
And
peppered.
And that was actually the last time I took a pair of shoes to get
But
fixed.
mostly you take a pair of shoes to be repaired and they just look at you blankly as if to go, there's not much I can do with that, mate. And you go, well, can you not stick another rubber sole on? Well, not really. It's the way they manufacture them, isn't it? You can't get, it's not like the old days where the John Cobbler was sitting there with his cobbling equipment, cobbling away.
John Cobbler.
And he would cobble up some nice shoes and he could cobble and repair them on his cobbles and his cobbled street. Because obviously you needed good shoes to go with the cobbler in the cobbled street so that you could cobble along. That's a load of old cobblers, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway...
Try and say all that again.
Michael
no, please
White
don't.
says you were well-heeled. Yeah, exactly. And you need to be well-heeled these days to have anything decent. Treasure Travels by Narrowboat says, I moored very near a wind turbine near Gailey. I think that's how you pronounce it. A few weeks ago, I moored up with no wind. During the night, the wind picked up and I was awoken by a horrible noise. It was the wind turbine. Whoa.
Was it making a vroom, vroom, vroom noise?
Whoa.
Or was it a whirring noise? What kind of noise was it?
Good job it wasn't going too fast because it may have blown you off the moorings. Whoa! Would you mind not doing that? Thank you. It's an outrage. Flappy Goose says wind power requires normal power stations to run below full capacity as backup in case the wind stops. They are not designed to do this, so they pump out the same amount of pollution regardless. Yes, you can't just sort of go, oh, wait a minute, turn everything down because there's a puff. Yeah. Oh, we're right. Oh, wait a minute. Wind stop. Just a sec. No, wind stopped, isn't it? Wind stopped. Better put it better up again. No, bloody hell. Oh, bugger. The wheels come off. It's going up. I can't stop it, look. Where it's going to blow. What are we going to do? Oh, jeepers. You'd better call in the National Rescue, hadn't you? What, a load of puppets? What are they going to do? We can pull your string, Captain. Anyway, FAB. Ernie. Hello, Ernie. Nice to see you. We're going to do, by the way, the roll call in a moment. Julia's just getting herself psyched up for it. Ernie says, I only wear boots, not shoes. They're between 12 to 80 plus years old. Hard to find cobblers to re-heel or re-sole them. Blimey, 12 to 80. That's very precise. They're 12 to 80 years old. There's quite a lot of leeway in there. Where do you get your boots from? Do you go into the shoe shop? You go, Clark's? Is it Clark's shoes? Yeah. I'm after some boots. Oh, they're nice. How old are they? They're brand new, sir. Oh, they're brand new. What about those? How much? Those? Yes, very nice. And how old are they? They're brand new as well. So, oh, have you got any that are sort of 12? Well, between 12 and 80 years old. Down in the very lower basement, we've got some that go back to the First World War. It's about 100 years old. No, 80. 80's the limit. That's the upper... That's a very precise figure, isn't it?
It is.
You could have joined in that little thing. You could have been the sales assistant.
Well, you know.
Actually. No, that's
Actually.
a bit... Actually, you could have been the person doing it, you know, because that was me demeaning you then by saying you could have been the sales assistant. That's dreadful. I must take...
How dare you demean me?
I atone myself. Let's do it the other way. You're the person buying the boots and I'll be the sales assistant. I'll be meek and mild. Okay? So, in we go. Let me do the door. Yes.
You need to get that door fixed, don't you? It's a bit noisy.
Tis a bit noisy, madam. Now, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a pair of boots, please, sir.
Right-ho. What kind of boots had you in
Black,
mind?
shiny ones.
Oh, black shiny ones. Now, let me have a look, see if we've got some black shiny ones. They specifically have to be black, do they?
And shiny.
Oh, at the same time?
I want to see my face in them.
Oh, mirrored boots. We do have some mirrored boots. Is that... But
I'd like disco boots. That might do.
Disco? Yes, I think we can do that. But are they for men or women?
They're for an elephant.
Oh, elephant boots, yes. We got a load of elephant boots. They came in last week from the circus.
Oh, fantastic. I'll take one pair.
Just one pair. But they come, you have to have two pairs because the elephants have
crikey,
2 feet.
you're right. I'll have to take 2 pairs,
Two
please.
pairs, that's 4 shoes, black and shiny, 2 shillings and 3 halfpenny.
Oh, damn. Here, keep the change.
Oh, how much change is there? You'll get much change out of a threepenny bit. Never mind. Anyway, thank you for coming in. Goodbye.
Well, that killed a minute or two.
Yeah, well, and that was giving you high status.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, there we are. You see, I feel atoned for my dreadful stuff. Talking of high status, we better do the
The roll call.
yes, in which it's your moment to shine up the microphone.
Oh, yeah, I have to shimmy over there again.
You don't have to go. You want to do it from here? You can do
That's
it from
fine. I'll shimmy.
Shimmy. Righto, ladies and gentlemen. Just hold your...
Michael White
thing.
says with elephant boots you get a trunk to keep them in.
Ah, yes. You
like
didn't think of that, did you, Mr. Vobes? No, I didn't, actually. No. If nuclear power station had an accident, you're in trouble for 1,000 years, says Ray of Hope. Ah, but isn't that the thing, that they don't have an accident? I think they've moved on since Chernobyl. Not a lot, but I think they've moved on a bit.
But even that wasn't an accident, really.
No,
was
that
it?
wasn't even an accident. And Fukushima, or Fukushima, whatever it's called. You know,
Hiroshima.
the
No,
one in
something else.
Japan where the tsunami hit it. Well, that was a stupid place to put a power station. I mean, you'd have to not put a power station where a tsunami is coming. I mean, now that you know that tsunamis generally come from the sea, don't put them by the seaside.
Oh, that's it. Starsby's got it.
What?
Fukushima.
Fukush.
I can't pronounce it though.
Don't you swear on this,
Don't you
we'll
swear
get
at
taken
me.
down. Oh, Fukushima. Right, so over we go. Ladies and gentlemen, time for the roll call. I need the mouse-o, the Mickey Mouse-o. Ray of Hope says, accidents happen, see? Oh, right, fair enough. That's enough. Yes, he's told me now. Accidents happen. Well, accidents happen everywhere, don't they? Anyway, let's. We're going to do the what's the name thing. Is the lovely Julia single? Says Seabird. Well, there's only one of you, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm not a twin.
She's not a twin, which would be nice.
Although I did actually almost convince my son that I was the other day.
Did you?
Yes.
What did you say?
We were having dinner with my parents in their dining room, and behind me is a triptych of.
What? A triptych?
Yeah, 3 photos in a frame.
I see. Thanks for that.
Taken of me when I was 22 on a one of those free photo shoots you get.
It's
a kind of
Olan
trick to
Mills.
get you to buy them all.
Yes,
yeah.
I know.
And
so there you are, 3 pictures of you at the dinner table at your mum's.
And Mum goes, "That no, not Mum." Elijah says, "That looks a lot like you, Mum." And I was like, "Well, it would do. It's my twin." And he's like, "Oh."
And he sat there cogitating that twin. What does that mean again?
Yeah.
Twin. I've heard that before. We used to have a twin tub. No, that's not it. So did he turn around and say, "Have you got a sister then, Mum?"
No, he didn't. I was waiting for something else to come out of his mouth, and I just couldn't leave it anymore.
So
and I was
the
I did tell him.
penny didn't drop.
I don't think he really fell for it.
Oh,
But he was just going quiet.
it's just.
It was a funny moment.
How am I
though.
supposed to react to that? Has she really got a twin, hasn't she? I don't know. Now I might insult her by saying, "No, Mum, you don't have a twin." But there again, you might not have done. Right, it is time. What have I got to do? I've got to play the music and flick the screen because it's so very technical here.
We are so fluid.
Oh, such a slick show, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Julia is going to go across the studio in the usual and boring fashion that we do every week. But we know you love it and you wouldn't have it any other way. Plus, the BBC have got all the sound effects for it and we haven't. Here it is. Another 28 seconds. Oh, yeah, bubbles are coming. Oh, you didn't set it up. There's no bubbles on this. You didn't. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. We just need to set the bubbles. And, of course, let's turn the microphone on. We'll be helping you.
Might be a little helpful.
There we are. Bubbles are on their way. I was just thinking about this sequence here because Dave Ivad, who wrote that music especially for us, he gets repeat toenail clippings in the post every time we play it.
Lovely. Bubbles!
So there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the roll call.
On this fine, what day is it? Monday?
It's
No, it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday. On this fine, wet Wednesday evening,
Yeah.
on the Vobes show in Vobes Towers, we have Simon, Lisa L, Daniel Watkins, Anna Jones, Sean O'Brien, Mark Burgess, Kerry Baldwin, Colonel Craig Ratty, Kathy B, Andy the Collector, Tracy Murphy, Station Master's Choice, Alan Sandell, Audrey Forbes Hamilton, Joanna Jones, Paul Cockerill, Stars B, Michael White, KP, Glyn Horton, Patrick Brooks, Dave Ivad, Ron Langley, Adrian, Guy GFM, Jackie Lowe, Edward Moulding, Clive Waterfall, Lord Geoffrey
Hamilton.
I said Hamilton. I wrote Hamilton, but it's Harrison. Anyway, Henry V. Agincourt, Sean Taylor, Sean Butterman, Ray of Hope, Ian Dance, Flappy Goose, Rich M, Grey Feather, Judith, Trev's Travels, By Narrowboat, Bonnie H, Wise Owl, Ernie, Dave Flute, Alison O'Brien, Sensible Paul, Val Pragnell, the LO Recorder, Jonathan Fox, and one I didn't actually write down was the Seabird.
Fantastic. So that was marvellous. Thank you very much, Julie. How many is that? I've got here 106 concurrent viewers, but I don't think you've got 106 written down there at the moment. While she's doing the counting up process, Ernie just says that boots he got were bought from American and militia websites. Last time I bought a pair of new boots, Coran, whatever that means, was 12 years ago. Can you imagine that 12 years ago? Oh, issues.
It's 49.
49 of you are typing away furiously, giving us high quality feedback, which I can tell you is whistling in my ears and making me as blind as a post.
You know, I think that's more people on the roll call that time than there have been in the last few times that I've been writing them.
Yeah, it's like doing lines
47,
at school, isn't
42. I didn't count that one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She goes home at night and cross-references and then rings me up at about 3 a.m. and says,
you know what?
"Did you know that Paul Cockrell didn't watch the show on Wednesday the 23rd of September 1879? I said, no. I didn't do the show on Wednesday the 23rd of October 1829. Look at this flour and water liquid that you use to make bubbles. It's a complete
Mr. Mocky, you did just miss the roll call.
Oh, somebody's telling me my mic is too low. Sorry. That's better. So I don't quite know how I'm supposed to talk into it. Who said that anyway? Those stars me. So
wait, you get the robot laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Let's get that. I don't know what you. I know for some reason I don't understand this, but my micro. It doesn't matter what microphone I use. It must be something to do with my voice. Every time I talk into it, it never sounds like I'm actually near the microphone. I hear it myself, but your microphone, and they are both at the same levels. I don't quite understand. There is nothing different between the two microphones here.
I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah.
I seem to have I thought I wrote your name down, but I haven't. Sorry, Andrew Norris. That's really bad.
Did you know Andrew Norris is in the UK at the moment?
Yes! How exciting is that?
Yes, the police and Interpol are onto him. They are after him, saying, what is Catweasel doing in this country? He's not allowed here, but we love him being here, and hopefully he's coming along to the walk.
Wait, isn't it bad luck to do both?
Is it? Oh no. Cast aspersions everywhere. Quickly. Yes. Daniel Watkins says, I'm all right, thanks, Ernie. The thunder and rain here now. We've had a lot of rain here where we are. So that's that. Put it on a spreadsheet, says... I thought you were going to put it on a bed sheet, but apparently not. Jan Lima,
I'd say.
Yeah, the first time joining the show. Sorry I missed the roll call, Julia. Hello, Jean. Thank you so much for coming along. It's lovely to see you. You're very, very welcome. We have 3 videos, and we are going to play the first of those 3 videos in tonight's show. And then we'd like another subject to discuss from you. What is going on? What would you like us to analyse and ruin? Give us a subject and we will debate it furiously in our special Wednesday night Furious Debate.
Nigel Sadler says there would appear to be a different pickup in the blue mic. It is very directional, while the purple one is not. I mean, can you often hear me it's breathing on the mic? Because I hear that a lot from yours.
Yeah, I don't understand. Does it matter if I'm further away from? If you're
further away, no, it shouldn't. But
they should be I could swap it with the red microphone, and you could see if it makes the slightest difference. I don't know why that would be. Really,
it's very strange. Is it?
Might be can't be the cabling.
Does it have like settings on it?
I tell you what I can do. Here, I'll try this just for Nigel. Point of view, you might get some fun. I'm going to fade me down. I've faded me down, and I'm going to swap. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm swapping some leads round. Well, I'm just going to take that microphone out altogether. I am now on number 3 microphone. Is that any better? Is that? Oh, that's very loud. It looks like it's over modulated. There we are. About that. Is that better? Let me know. It might be the channel on the thing. It might be something to do with that. I don't know.
Nigel says they are clearly not identical on the inside.
Why would they not be identical?
Well, because they don't sound identical.
I know, but they should be. They're all the same microphone, just different colours. Otherwise, I've been done. There'd be something wrong with it. But if that's no good, that's better, says Joanna Jones. Oh, is it? I wonder if it's the desk. Or
maybe.
It's going in a different...
Or is she having us on?
Or are you having us on?
Or are you having us on? And we have Carla Let me try that again.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher this name. I'm so sorry. Carla Siquiera.
Carla. How do you pronounce your last name, Carla?
She's from Brazil. I know I saw that much. Can you scroll up a little bit? Oh, there it is. There it is. Hello, Richard and Julia. I'm Carla from south of Brazil, Florianopolis Island. Probably pronounced that wrong. That's lovely. Thank you very much for saying hello.
Yeah, lovely. And welcome to the show. You're very, very welcome. Put your feet up. And
of course, welcome Jean Lima.
Yes,
it's
everybody.
the first time she's got the show live.
Yes, I know. I saw it. I read it out.
Oh, you saw it and you read it out. Yeah. Welcome, everybody.
I did actually read it out.
I wasn't listening to you.
No. So waiting now with bated breasts to know if... No, it's the mic. When you speak even slightly off axis, the sound dips a lot. Julia is unaffected.
So mine is the same whether I'm over here or over here.
So
something like this.
You're telling me this is a rubbish microphone. I'm going to swap it. We will play a video, and in the meantime, I will change this for the red one, and we'll see if it makes the blind bit of difference. Thank you for that, Mr. Sound Engineer. You need to come in one day, Mr. Sadler, and go through the settings for us to make sure it'll all work in tickety-boo, because he does a lot of sound work at school. That's why they employ him.
He's a very technically knowledgeable guy.
Yeah, we're all Googling Florianopolis Islands.
Florianopolis.
Wasn't she...
Yeah, let's have a look.
Florianopolis. Yes, we're going to have a look as well. Hang on, Google. Right, how do you need to spell it out? I'll type it.
Hang on, let me scroll back up then. It's Flor, I think it was. Yeah. Florianopolis.
Oh, in fact, copy it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We can do this.
I can't even see it now. Where is it?
I don't know. It was there a minute ago. You scrolled up too far.
I did.
Well, what's the face?
No, here it is. No, but that wasn't spelled correctly.
Oh, I see. Bonnie spelt it completely wrong. Copy that. Paste it.
It's not what I said, was it?
You said it wasn't spelled correctly.
No, but you then made it sound really horrible.
Oh, that's me, isn't it? Right, give me the microphone. Right, here we are. This is the Florianopolis place, which is lovely.
Can you scroll back down on the chats?
Oh yeah, sorry. There we go.
There we go.
That's a picture of a few tower blocks, but we're not really interested. Here it is. Now, just so you know what part of Brazil it's in. It's there where the little red thing is. And if we zoom back in, we should be able to see... What's the name's house? What's her name? Senorita.
Carla.
Carla's house. So
could you put it on a satellite so we can see
the
trees and the non-trees?
There we go. Carla, what are you, north or south of this island?
Let's not properly stalk her. But...
No, I just get an. Is Florianopolis
wow, that's
this
very
bit?
Built up, isn't it? No, that's the whole island.
Oh, it's
there.
the whole island, is it? Because you've got it said Trinidad here. Oh, Trinidad.
That's not Trinidad.
No, that's somewhere else.
That is somewhere else.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's
Flappy Goose says, "Keep zooming, and she can look up and wave."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wonder if we could just nip down to the supermarket in the town. Have we got? They've done it, haven't they? Here we are. She probably knows this whole area.
Boop.
Cool. Look at all those wires.
Yeah, that's it. A manic, isn't it? I love all the trees on the roadside. Look at that.
There we are. Look, we're having a little journey. Who needs anybody to make...
Did you see that? Turn left. No, the other way. The other left. Left. This graffiti. Look, is that it's chameleon graffitied on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that?
It's very cool. Snip down here just a little bit more. You don't need anybody to walk around places and make videos. You can just sit there and do it yourself at rapid speed.
In the centre. Apparently, Carlo's from the centre in Trinidad.
Oh, where we were just looking. Hang on a minute.
I think so.
Let's zoom.
Take a look at the 42 beaches.
The 42 beaches?
Oh, yeah, no, Trinidad looks nice, doesn't it?
Here we go. Look, let's go down here by this... Oh, somebody's got a swimming pool. I wonder if we can just nip in the pool. Where's the pool gone? Let's go down this little bit here. That looks... Oh, you can't.
If it doesn't have a blue line.
I realised that afterwards. Here we go.
Ta-da! Oh, wow, look at that.
It's a bit like Portugal down here. Bits of Portugal. Because I guess it's a hot country, isn't it? Up the hill. You get nice views. Here we are. Look, you can get a skip. If you need a skip, 89447 5633 will buy you a nice...
Or 98 even.
Or 98 even. It depends. There, look. Oh, look. What's up there? Aerials. That's the new setting for the James Bond film that they have yet to make. Anyway, there we go. Isn't that lovely?
Fantastic.
Let's
have a look at the beach though quickly before we pop off.
42 beaches. Which one shall we look at?
Any one of the 42 beaches.
Right. Shall we go down here?
Wow.
What's that
Not
thing?
much of a beach down there, is it?
No. But we haven't got all day.
I don't know what that is.
I'm going to have a look down here. Right on the edge of the picture.
Wow, look at that though. Beautiful.
You get a nice view of
church.
the buses. It's very built up though, isn't it? What are those things? Helicopters?
No, they're holding wires.
Oh, yeah, they do like their wires in the sky, don't they? But there we are. How about that? A little trip across the world. You never know what you're going to get in this show. Usually it's a load of rubbish, but tonight, quality stuff. Quality stuff. Talking of quality stuff, we've got some more quality stuff to show you. And we're going to start with...
Oh, what's going on there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can't you see us? I beg your pardon.
We're black screened.
Which one is it? I forget which one it is. There we are, that one. Sorry about that. We got black. We just had a moment of black screening. Black Screen Week, isn't it? Yes, so tonight I think we're going to start with Stephen Agger. He hasn't been on our radar for a while, sending in videos, so thank you so much, Stephen, for sending that. And he has taken himself off to Rochester Castle.
Hi Richard, Stephen here, at Rochester Castle. It's a long way down. Got the cathedral over there. That's the way down. Anyway, I thought just for share this shoe. How is you?
That was great. That was a really lovely castle. It looked like one from up. Yag.
You'll have to keep talking.
Yes, I was, but then you started doing
I know,
something.
I just was trying to let people know that my microphone, and I have a technical thing, the bracket doesn't fit this thing, so I've had to swap the bracket from the blue one for the moment.
Oh, I see. Now, that looked like a really lovely castle. I'd definitely want to go and visit that one myself. But it looks like one that from up north that my one of my very good friends went to see last year or the year before. So that looks
Rochester's
amazing.
in Kent.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
You see that from the.
and it's a nice castle.
Nigel said he saw the moon in there. You know, that massive model of the moon.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he saw the moon in there.
It was under siege. I think, was it King John? King John, one of the kings.
I don't know.
I appreciate that.
It was in the moon was in Tunbridge Wells last weekend. Apparently it's in Chichester Cathedral at the moment.
They're still touting that moon about.
Yep.
And yet you can look up in the sky for free.
So they're clearly not identical if the bits don't fit each other, says Nigel Sadler.
No, that's not that.
It's that it's not so easy to get that bit out.
There's just this one nut that's an adjustment nut to fit on the arm of the microphone.
Yeah. Anyway. Yep, King John, says Henry V. Agincourt.
Yeah, I thought it was right. So I'm going to try this microphone here 1, 2, 3. Can't see if it's actually up because I'm still in the wrong mode here. 1, 2. There we go. So this is now on the red microphone. How is that? Meanwhile, I will just repair this. Well, I'll do that later, I suppose, but I don't want to lose all these bits.
This is true. Yes, King John, terrible things done to the occupants. Only one nut, says Jackie Lowe.
Only one nut?
2 nuts here.
There's 2 nuts, and they're both presenting the show. Sorry about this, ladies. Now, if you'd like to call in on 0793 474 6790, you are most welcome. However, before you do that...
Before you do that.
Oh, I see. That rubber thing is supposed to... I've done it the wrong side because it's to stop it from scratching it. But anyway.
Don't. You never see old Trevor McDonut fixing his own mic, says Mr. Mocky.
No, you don't. I wonder if he knows how to. Yes, so we want another debating subject for us. Not about how efficient are your microphones, but something a bit more interesting and serious. Or it doesn't have to be serious, of course. But from Nigel Sadly says the old 1/4 inch versus the 12-inch challenge. Yes, the trouble was it was so tight, and I didn't have a spanner up here or a pair of pliers or anything to get it off, which is why I hadn't done it. But I will change it round because it looks ridiculous with the wrong fittings. Anyway, my point is the microphone any better? Is it sounding nicer? Because they cost me £99.
Pretty penny.
You know, for a gimmicky microphone, just so it looked nice in the studio. So that was it. Should have bought a booster jab.
Should we all have a booster jab?
Oh, should we all have a booster? Is that your subject you want to get onto?
Bonnie H says fireworks. Discuss.
Discuss.
Might be
Booster jabs, I don't think you should have them. That's that. But it depends. It depends, you know. We were 3 weeks to flatten the curve and all of that.
Apparently Jackie Lowe sent a photo in because we were talking about boots, but we're kind of over it now.
Oh, Jackie,
So
yeah,
Jackie.
we can show you the picture of the boots.
Let's have a look at your boots.
Boots? Where are the boots then in that? Hang on, let's go for the picture. Which one is you, Jackie?
Fantastic. I'm going with the one in the boots.
The one in the boot here, down here. They're like, is that like a pantomime you're in?
It looks like it.
Looks like
with
a
the dame
pantomime.
in front.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
It's Dick Whittington, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course. Dick Whittington had very good... He needed good walking boots, didn't he? So that's all right. Has Nigel Sadler told me whether the microphone is sufficiently normal now?
Are you there, Sadler?
Are you there, Sadler? Give us a call on 0793 474 6790 and we can discuss this. You're sounding more distant. Sorry, I had to turn the volume up. What?
Oh, dear.
I've got Julia and you, I'm me, back on.
Stars B says, trick-or-treating. Is it begging or fun?
Yes, so it's fireworks, discuss and trick-or-treat. They're coming up, aren't they? What do you think about trick-or-treat? Is it sensible for children to be taken round to other people's houses and knocked on doors to be given sweets? In this modern world, in the old days when I was young and there were no rapists or paedophiles around.
And, now the channel's been closed.
And the Top of the Pops man, whatever his name was, now then, very busy man. He was not a thing. Well, he was a thing when I was a kid. And he was doing his damnedest to get as many of them as possible. However, what do you think? Should they? I mean, if I had kids, I wouldn't do it now. I wouldn't do it.
John B says it's not safe at all. And Nigel Sadler says it sounds different, possibly not quite as mellow, but definitely less directional, matching the purple one.
Oh, that's handy. I wonder. Well, hang on a minute.
And Henry V. Agincourt says sounds fine, has been all night.
I've now plugged it back into the original socket, which has got the mellow EQing. So I don't know whether that makes any difference, but anyway. David Keel says, I'm watching on the TV. I haven't got great sound, I don't think. I'm sorry about that. It should... I mean, I can see the audio is going out, and it's going into the red when I speak loudly, which is pretty much all the time. This is turning into the repair shop. It is a bit like a repair shop.
She said repair shop as if it was a program of some sort. Is there a program of that?
Is there a program called a repair shop or something?
Lord Jeffrey Harrison says, no, put it back.
Oh, God. No, we're not fiddling around with this. Quieter now. You've plugged it back in. The EQ on the channel is definitely making it different. It's not your fault, Richard. I'm beginning to... Begging. It wasn't a thing when I was a child, but I know my mother would never have allowed it. Begging. Oh, do you think that's... I suppose it is a form of begging, isn't it? Knocking on the door, going trick or treat. And how far should the trick go? I mean, my dad used to be a conjurer. He used to do conjuring tricks. So when we were a kid, I always thought that it meant that you had to perform a magic trick. So you'd have knock, trick or treat. I'll have a trick, please. And so you'd go, well, I'll take this pineapple and I'll put a hanky over it, clap my hands. That was a click of the fingers representing a clap. And it's gone. I thought it would be a magic trick. Or you knock at the door and trick or treat. Trick, please. Right, can I see your wife, please? We'll put her into this box and we will separate all parts, and then using this menacing wood chopper, this electric hacksaw, we will slice her in half. Don't worry about the blood, sir. Oh, wait a minute.
I've just snapped back into the room. What are you saying? I'm reading some of these. These days, trick or treat, Colonel Cragrassi says, these days, trick or treat should not be allowed for safety of kids and also for the safety and sanity of the homeowners. Old people get scared.
Yes, and do you know, I never answered the door, and I haven't answered the door for 30 years. Whether it's the postman, whether it's somebody visiting after hours, or trick-or-treating. I just don't answer the door.
John B says, not sure trick-or-treat should ever have been allowed, to be honest. And Bonnie H says, kids do egging of houses in Brighton. Oh, God, not nice.
What, they throw eggs at the house if you don't get the right thing?
I guess so. Pauline says, you never see Penny for the Guy anymore.
No.
Seabird says, I used to go playing knock down ginger as a kid. Now, that was fun. I don't know what that means.
Well, it was where you knocked down a ginger kid. Poor old Billy used to get knocked down a hell of a lot. Usually by people in Porsches. They'd see him crossing the road because he's a ginger kid. Not as ginger as he used to be since he started dyeing his hair. Andrew Miller, Michael White says, yes, Andrew, I think Steve Guggen is... Oh, we have a phone
because
call.
Andrew Norris said, did I hear the BBC are making a dramatisation about Savile? What do people think about that? I think that's a horrendously stupid idea.
Hello.
Why glamorise an idiot?
Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
I think that's a horrendously stupid idea.
Hello.
Hello. Could you turn your screen off or your television off or whatever?
Yeah, it's, I'm getting noises from all directions. I've got stereophonic sound here. I'm just going to throw my phone out of the window. Hold on. Oh, it's me. Hello, is that better?
Yeah, it's much better. We can hear you now. I can't hear myself through this. Maybe it's the cable. I wonder if it's the cabling that's wrong.
Yeah, you don't sound the same as you usually do, Richard.
Yeah, I reckon it's not a microphone. I reckon it's something to do with the cabling.
Or YouTube or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know where I watch you.
No, I don't know why.
Yes, no. So they did trick or treating quite nicely where I lived in Texas because parents always accompanied their children.
Ah, yes.
They'd always get dressed up in costume as well. I have to admit, I've never let my children go trick or treating without me. I'm always there in the background, usually dressed as well. Not just dressed in costume.
Yeah.
But there was conflict with the clergy.
Oh, was there?
Who didn't like trick or treat. It was apparently Americans insisted all this Night of the Dead originated in England, which I never knew about when I lived here for 50 years.
Well, yeah, no, of course. Halloween is originally a British thing that
it is.
We took over to Americas, and then because the Americans, they like to do things so much bigger.
Yeah, because we used to use turnips,
yeah.
didn't we?
Oh my goodness, the difference in the micro. I mean, it's like this. It's like that microphone, isn't it? I can hear myself so brilliantly through your microphone.
Microphone.
This one is.
It's on the blink, mate.
It's
got to be the
cable.
cabling.
It's the cable. I reckon the cable is wired up wrong. That's what I reckon it is.
Got a frayed cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the churches, which were all Baptist there, which are fundamentalist, every word in the Bible is true.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, they would put on trunk and treat.
Trump
in their
treat.
car. Trunk or treat, where you had the
Donald Trump.
Donald trunk, like an elephant trunk.
Oh, an elephant trunk.
Wow.
Yeah, so they set up in competition to try and draw all these heathens away from getting sweets, but they gave away sweets as well. So I mean, what's the difference?
Did you do trick or treating when you were in this country? When you were a kid?
I'd never heard of it. When I got a house in where I was at Chessington, we used to get the local gypsies come round and sort of look at you with an evil stare and say, trick or treat, and I'd say, neither, thank you. Which seemed to floor them, so my car didn't get egged.
No, quite right, and I'm glad it didn't. Sorry, I'm just untangling a wire, which is why I sound like I'm a million miles away. I was going to say, Chessington...
Mr. Mocky said it's jiggered.
It is jiggered. I know what it is. It's a cable. I'm going to prove it in a second. What I wanted to ask you was, you were in Chessington.
Yes.
When you were a kid, I mean, presumably it wasn't the world of adventures then.
Oh no! When I was a kid, I was in Brighton. Well, actually, I was in Hove. Actually.
Oh.
Hove, actually.
But when I lived I was right on the border of Chessington and West Ewell. But we like to say West Ewell because it was more posh. Then Chessington was a dreadful zoo. I mean, they were winding it down, and the penguins were fun. I think they still have them, but they'd have maybe one lonesome tiger in the middle of about an acre of caged field. It was very depressing. But they were in the course of offloading that and building the World of Adventure field, which is what it's all about now.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, go on.
But I'm sorry for trying to screw up the quiz on Friday. I should have said that they were all supposed to be Sussex words. That was the point of it. So you were not supposed to have heard of those words unless you were outside of Sussex, or unless you live on Twitton Lane in Surrey.
Yes, Prison Lane. Where's Prison Lane?
No. What? No.
What?
No.
No, not Prison. Oh, wait a minute.
No,
how about
Twitton
that?
Lane.
Is that better?
Twitton Lane. There are Twitton Lanes in Surrey.
Oh,
Twitton
Lanes.
Not many of them. Apparently, it originated from betwixt and between.
Yeah. Twitton is betwixt and between. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was just fiddling with.
Yeah. I only found one other name for it up in the north, which was something like Gidden or Gidden or something.
See, this is weird. This is still not working.
By the way, going back to Halloween briefly.
It's worse.
It's worse. It probably is. Yeah.
Trev's Travels by Narrowboat said, in the US, if you do not have lights on, kids do not knock on the door, only if you have the outside light on. Well, actually, I thought it was the thing, because that if you have a pumpkin with candle in the front garden or in the window, that was an invitation to come and trick or treat.
I don't know what that loud swirly.
That's what we do on our estate anyway.
Yeah, if you have some presents for trick or treat night or Halloween, whatever you call it, if you show that you do celebrate it, then kids will knock on your door. If you don't, then they don't. So that's the convention. That is the convention. There was on the street I lived on. It was hugely busy because a neighbour opposite would absolutely plaster his house and front lawn with Halloween type stuff. And turn the inside of his house into a horror house with actors, with chainsaws and all sorts of things. So we used to get all the high school kids come down our street, which was fun.
Julia used to do a lot of the ghost walks and stuff where you would dress up as strange characters. I'm just having to talk into Julia's microphone because it can't be two microphones are rubbish. I mean, the next thing is to swap Julia's for mine, and then to see that. That's the next thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Your head and juggle something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Simon says, I leave my dogs loose in the front garden. It seems to deter people.
Are you off, did you say? Did you say you're off?
No, I'll let you carry on.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I shall carry on enjoying it.
Yeah, no, good.
Thank you for calling in, Alan.
Look after yourself.
Okay, love, bye.
Bye.
Ta-ra, Chuck, ta-ra.
That was Alan Sandell. Now we're going to do one more microphone test in here because I've got this microphone, which was the old blue microphone, and for the sake of this, I'm going to switch on my microphone and fade Julia's out. Now, you can hear that one is barely doing a thing. Sorry, Julia. But I'm just going to take your lead and plug it into this microphone. You can't quite see that. So this is on Julia's, what we call in the trade, Julia's circuit. I don't know whether we call it that. And turn mine off. And that's, right, we're back on Julia's one. And
that sounds all right, doesn't it?
It's not the microphone. It's not the microphone. Thank God for that. They're £99. That sounds absolutely lovely.
That sounds perfect.
That sounds nice and clear. So it's got to be the circuitry or the wires. That is, there's nothing different. Oh, hang on. The only other thing, can you hold that for a minute? This is an edition of Studio Rewire. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug, hang on.
Mr. Rocky says, that's done it, the only working one, and he's fertled with... Hear it at all? Oh, yeah.
So,
hello. That sounds all weird, doesn't it?
It's the desk.
It's the desk.
It's the desk. The desk cost me £99. From, well, I won't say who from, 1, 2, 3. No, it's definitely the desk. Is there anything in there? No, there's nothing. It's the desk. I've got to invest in another desk. Hang on, I'll put you back. Try that. Is that you?
Hello.
Wait a minute, hang on.
Sounds like a demented budgie.
Right, it's definitely the desk. Hang on, let's go on to number 1, 2, 1, 2. Number 3's working. Hello. It's just number...
Jonathan Fox says, have you tried switching it off and on again?
Yeah, we do that every night. Do you know? Anyway, listen, I'm going to put the desk back together again. I think I've got a workaround now. That's number 4. Wait a minute, that was number 4 before.
Are we both on this mic again?
We're on that one now. So if I plug, I don't know what's on the end of this one now. Hang on a minute.
Can I just plug it back into the purple one, because then I don't know how to hold it?
No, I want you to hold that just for a little bit.
Okay.
Hang on, which one is? Hello, 1, 2. No, that doesn't. That's not very good. You're normally on 2, aren't you? Hang on. 1, 2. There we are. Look. Now both of them are working on that, except we're going to get you to plug that back in there, and then we can both be on. So basically, line 2 is rubbish. Well, we've worked that out, ladies and gentlemen. Line 2 is rubbish. Right, I think it's time to save ourselves with a song. Jonathan Fox has been at the guitar, but he is also out for an early morning walk. As you know, he's had a problem with his running, and so he is film this. We'll watch it, and you enjoy it whilst I reset the studio. And there it is, ladies. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
That was lovely, wasn't it?
We're probably booming in now. There we go.
Boom.
Boom. So both... Oh, yes. We're far too hot. Let's just turn that down. There we go. Well, anyway, we're now... you probably hear us much better. Or you certainly hear me much better. And you should be able to hear lovely Julia much better. I should just double check that by monitoring in the headphones. That sounds much better. Marvellous. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for that,
fabulous.
John. Lovely scenery, beautiful playing.
Plucking as well.
And plucking. Get those chickens ready for Christmas. Turkeys, in fact. Paul Cockrell says, I'm saving up for a new guitar. The bridge plate exploded on my current one. That's a...
Bridge plate, is that the pickup? Apparently I'm quiet now.
No. This is ridiculous. Say something?
Say something, I'm giving up.
Oh, yeah, you are. So it's... Oh, right. So it's only number 4. This is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, but it worked a second ago. Oh, maybe I was just hearing myself then. So if I fade... Hang on, which one am I? I'm on... Wait. That's odd. Do you know, it's this desk. Oh, no, yeah, it's definitely the... Oh, maybe you're on 4. Try saying something now.
Saying something now? Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
This is totally and utterly... I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Just use that one in the middle.
I should have faded that down, but...
You did. Everyone's going like this. Ow.
Yeah, sorry about that. Now you can't... Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong fader. There we go. That's a better fader. There we go. Try that. That one picks us both up.
Jonathan Fox says the microphone only works when the wind is blowing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a most crazy show. But yeah, I've just the desk has got to buy another desk. So, if you enjoy the show and would like to generously donate towards a new desk for the show, I do have another desk, but it's massive.
I thought you had another one of these somewhere.
Yeah, it's down here. I had
one of these lying around the house.
Yeah, I know.
In a box. Did I not give it to you?
You did, but I don't know where it's gone.
I was enjoying
it might be in there. We might be able to swap it over. Anyway, I can't swap it over in the middle of the video.
Stars B says, clean your desk faders.
There we go. There's something going on. It's probably got a dry joint or something in there, or what does the desk look like? Ray of Hope says, what does it look like? Here we go.
Like that?
That's what it looks like. And what we're talking about is that fader's not working. That fader's not working. No, that one is working. Number 3's working. That one isn't. Don't know about those because we can't plug the big sockets in. There's the big sockets with the microphone cables. They look like this. These are XLRs. And there's another desk down there. Look.
Yeah, I think Stars B should come and visit the show and guest on the show and see what you can make out of the system.
And that's the lovely Julia. So, yeah, it's complicated. We do have a smaller desk, but the reason I went to this bigger desk, I mean, it's not that big, but it's bigger than the one, is that we needed the extra fader for the studio over there. But if we don't go over there temporarily, I have got one that's got 24 faders in, but it takes up the whole desk here. There's no space, so I couldn't use it. So I probably need to go and invest another new something like this. This is great because it also has got the ability to have the reverb, which is an essential in this show. If in doubt, whack it with a hammer. You need test cards. Anyway, we don't get any money out of this show. This show I mean, we've just started to put adverts on the beginning, so we might get about 5p. And anyone who listened to the Naked Englishman this morning will know I was sort of a bit disheartened because none of this makes any money. But we work really hard, well, reasonably hard. We give up our time to work like idiots. So there we go. But this is what I mean. It does take money to run these things, and people just expect entertaining for free, which doesn't actually happen. We're going to watch another video.
Yes.
We're going to watch Bernie. Sorry, Bernie's put you towards the end, but it's number Rye 3. I don't know if this is the conclusion of the Rye lot, but it's well worth watching. So let's go into the video box, which of course you can't actually see because everything now is. Why is that not working either? Anyway, and here is Bernie.
There we are with the War Memorial. Rye Parish Church. Here we have Rye Castle, which is also known for some reason as the Wipers Tower or Ypres Tower. And this, along with the Land Gate, is about the last bit of the fortifications that were built after the French sacked the town of Rye. So, not much left of the town walls. This is now the Castle Museum, by the way. And there's another good watering hole. A tip when you come to Rye, you come down here. If you go down those steps in front of you there, halfway down on the left hand side, the lovely 17th century inn, the Wipers Castle. Really nice place to have a meal and a drink. And here we are on the gun garden, complete with guns and cannonballs. Now this would have been a good place to see any invading marauders and fire guns at them. But from my point of view this morning, it is actually the perfect place for me to show you. You'll see the yacht mast there. That is the River Tillingham and Brede combined. And they've come from round the corner there, and they flow together. I don't know if you can see that. I wish I'd have got here a minute ago, but you can see a boat, or the mast of a boat, the fishing boat, just coming back in now along the Rother, because having flown under its last bridge, there is the Rother, and there is that. You can just see the top of that fishing boat making his way along. Now he'll have probably got some place, I guess, this morning. Rye Bay place is delicious, and we're looking now at the Rother as it goes out. And there you see some of the light industry down at the current day Rye Harbour. Rye Harbour now is 2 miles away from the town. Isn't that strange?
And another fine video from Bernie.
Thank you so much, Bernie. Have we got the right microphone? I've no idea. I can't actually see. Hang on a minute. Have we got the? Yeah, there we are. It's running. It's running there. Thank you so much, Bernie. That was absolutely lovely. If anyone would like to have a look at the Rye Museum, or I know Bernie was calling it wipers, which they used the squaddies in the First World War used to call EEP wipers, which is the sort of, I guess, a British bastardising of the name. I remember going to EEP with the school years and years ago. I don't know what. I'd be interested to know, Bernie, why they call it EEP Castle. But here on my YouTube channel, I go in and have a word with I don't know whether she's still there, the lady who did the interviewing. Oops. And she showed me the smugglers' lanterns and various smuggling bits and bobs, which came from my...
What is that in her hands?
That is I forget what they call it, a snoot lantern or something. Let's find out, shall we? Hang on a minute. Let's see if we can get her to say something.
Lived here, and then somebody called Wipers who lived here. It was defence against the French because the French kept raiding. Right. And then when things quietened down a little bit, they let it out to be a home, but always could be used for defence if necessary. And then eventually it became the prison as well as defence. And it became the courthouse as well as the prison. And it's gone on all the way through when it was the prison until the end of the 19th century. This is a smuggler's lantern. They would have put an oil lamp inside here. This comes off, homemade, I would have thought, by the local blacksmith. Right. And the lamp would have gone out through the pipe, and you would have signalled out to sea and said, whatever the signal was, that it was ready to come in, or please don't come in with your boat.
And the idea of that is so that anywhere else you can't see the light.
That's right, that's right. Because, of course, it was meant to be total darkness.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Anyway, hang on. There we go. So that was... that's the video, and if you wish...
I forgot we were doing a show then.
We're so busy watching the thing. If anyone wants to have a look at that interview, fascinating interview. Jo Kirkham, that was her name. I'm glad I put it up on the screen.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, says John B.
Exactly. There you go. That's the link there. Well,
Emu armour, careful jelly baby thinks.
What?
The lamp.
Emu armour.
Yeah, armour.
Yes. You can explain that to me after the show.
Yes.
Brilliant stuff. Well, there we are. Well, I think we've got steam coming out of each ear. There's electrodes sparking in the basement. The valves have glistened over. So I think what we may well now end the show, because we're flagging a bit because there's the technical issues on tonight's show.
And I'm sorry, Bonnie, no, we're not going to mess around with these mics again.
No.
She says, please, can we play Swap the Mic again, please?
No, we're not playing Swap the Mic. We need to get a new desk. But at least I've worked out what it was. Instead of replacing a £100 microphone, I just need to replace a £300 desk. So that's not so bad, is it? Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much to our lovely contributors for the videos. To who do we have? Stephen Agger, John Fox, and Bernie. Very much appreciated. Great to have Judith out there doing the moderating. That was the word.
I was trying to find the word.
Yes, and thanks to Alan Sandell for the phone call. Lovely to have a chat with you. Starsby says clean the desk pots. Yes, I don't know how you get into the pots to clean the desk pots. There's a lot of desk pots on the other side of the desk, but not here. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. It's very nice of you to come along and take part in the show. Hope you've enjoyed it, such as it is. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. Thanks, Julia, for coming in.
Thanks, Richard, for having me.
More bubbles, and we'll see you then. Till then, I'll be back on Friday. At least on Friday, I can have a microphone to myself, even if I can't get a new desk, so we'll be all right. Till then, ta-ta!
Poodle tip.